I struggled with very bad circulation. It was very painful to come back home after a short walk in cool weather, taking off the gloves, finger yellow, numb and cold, defrosting them. And it was very, very painful. My low energy levels. Also, sinus infections. For weeks, I could have it. Head was aching so much, hard to focus, hard to do anything. I had to rest more and take it easy, or lay down in bed with painkillers and suffer. When I caught a flu or cold, it was weeks. So that's how I was before, and yet I thought I was healthy. I was not actually healthy. I love how I feel. I don't want to go back to what I was, even though I thought I was healthy, but I wasn't. And I still want to have my energy. I still want to have better, healthy hair and skin and nails, and have that will to live. Because before I was so almost lethargic. I don't want to go back there. My name is Paulina, and before this product, I used to suffer with very bad circulation and low energy levels, and I used to suffer from sinus infections. After taking this product, my circulation improved so much, my energy improved. I have motivation to homeschool my children, to garden, to run in the mornings, and also my sinus infections went away. So I'm very grateful for God to send me this product through my friend.
Have you watched enough of these interviews to know that actually maybe it's worth just taking the next step? Well, it's a great decision, especially with our 30-day money back guarantee. Like literally you can give it a really good go, meaning that you're going to wind up with empty cans of product anyway. And you can send those empty cans back to the company and no quibble, no fuss, no messing about. The company are just going to send you your money back. So it won't even have cost you anything to try it. But you know what? If you've watched enough of these interviews, you know that it's worth trying for 30 days. So let's get you started. Just in the eye there, or in the description below, or at the end of the video, there's going to be a video entitled Next Steps, How to Buy. Something like that. So without further ado, just go ahead and click and find that video. Otherwise, let's just get back to the interview. Okay, hello. So what is your name and around about how old are you, please?
Hi, Mo. My name is Paulina, and I'm 36, I think.
Brilliant. Okay.
We have a saying in Poland that happy people don't count time. So I think I'm happy.
Okay. Well, you definitely come across as happy. That's for sure. Okay. Um, okay. So, what health complaints were you struggling with before you found our products, and kind of when did they start in life? What's your health journey throughout life before finding our products?
Mhm. So before finding out about these products that work, I thought I was healthy. But I thought I will just have to take them because I'm going to promote them. So I started to take them, and then I realized that I was not actually healthy because since I remember I struggled with very bad circulation, and it was very painful to come back home after cool weather, after a short walk in cool weather, and just taking off the gloves and finding out your finger yellow, numb and cold. And I was always going under the hot water, under the tap, and defrosting them, and it was very, very painful. So that was my circulation problem. But I sort of I thought that the part of my life, so I didn't even thought that I'm not well with my circulation. Another thing was my low energy levels. So before I started on these products, my children were 5 and 6, or 6 and 7, and I just thought, oh yes, I'm tired, I can't get motivated to do anything, household chores, anything, because I have 2 little children, and that's how mommies are feeling. So I sort of ignored that too, and I thought I was healthy. Also, sinus infections. I used to struggle with them a lot, and for weeks I could have it. It was hard to do anything because the head was aching so much. Hard to focus, hard to do anything. And yes, and then when I caught a flu or cold, it was weeks and weeks, and yeah. So that's how I was before, and yet I thought I was healthy.
Amazing, amazing. I really like this because it's one of those things about you don't know what you don't know until you know it, right? And I have a diagram that I show people in another video that's on this YouTube channel. But yeah, exactly. You just don't know what you don't know until you know it. It's just how it is. So you actually believed that you were perfectly healthy throughout your life, but actually, going outside, you'd very easily have like circulation issues if it was really, really cold,
Yeah.
but you just thought it was normal. As a young mother, you just thought it was perfectly normal to not have energy and motivation to do the household things. And then the headaches, were they kind of like migraines, were they? Where it's like, or it was kind of brain fog where you couldn't really think or focus or whatever?
No, it was constant headache here and sometimes here also. It was the sinus.
Ah, right, kind of sinusitis or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But again, you just thought it was very, very normal
Yeah.
that people just have this kind of stuff. Yeah, that's really interesting. And then what was the fourth one that you mentioned as well?
Energy.
Energy.
Yes.
Yeah, just being low kind of energy. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, interesting, really, really interesting. I have to admit, so how many years ago was that, by the way? Because you
Four.
said
Four.
about 4 years ago, right? So you would have been kind of around about just over 30, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So exactly. I remember, just to relate this to my own health, I
Yeah.
remember approaching 30 and I went through an episode where I almost died. Right. But I remember during my recovery feeling really, really tired and just thinking this just must be what being 30 is, you know? And I just thought it was kind of normal. It was, it's very interesting. You don't know what you don't know until you know it. So very interesting. Okay. Um, so how was it affecting your life? I mean, as you say, you kind of just took it for granted that this is just what life is like. Did you not feel like you were, I mean, as you said, you couldn't really focus because of the sinuses and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, was it affecting
Yeah.
your life particularly badly or?
Yes, of course, because I couldn't do well many things or fast enough or whatever. I had to rest more and take it easy or lay down in bed, and suffer with painkillers. But in terms of the circulation, it was very embarrassing when I was going to, for example, greet somebody, and they were like, "Whoa, your hand's so cold," and and then they would see my yellow fingers. They would be like, "Oh, why? Why your fingers so yellow?" And I would have to explain them everything. It was very embarrassing.
Right, but so it was embarrassing, and I guess you found that it wasn't a common thing for other people to have those kinds of circulation issues.
Yes, no, no, I knew that I'm special, but uh, but it was day in, day out, and I sort of, you know. I was
It,
living with it, just accepted it, and that's all.
yeah, it was just your normality, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, did you engage with any doctors or the NHS or anything like that about any of these things?
No, never. Mm-mm.
Okay, interesting. You know, a lot of people that have come into our group, generally, you know, out of the interviews that I've done so far, they
Mhm.
don't generally like going to the doctors anyway. You know,
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
that's quite an interesting trend, is what I'm finding, you know. Okay, so however, you did mention that you were taking painkillers for the headaches and stuff. So what kind of painkillers were you taking and around about how much and how long for?
Mm, I can't remember really, but I used to take paracetamol because ibuprofen would upset my stomach. Um, and I don't know. I never like to take any painkillers, so I prefer to suffer. If it was really, really bad, then I would take one paracetamol. But
Yeah, again, I think that's the same for that most people say as well. You know, I think we kind of there are people like us that kind of know that, you know, painkillers are generally quite bad, and you
yeah.
know, pain is really a signal that something's wrong. It's not something
Mhm.
to be switched off just because it's there.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, interesting, interesting. So did you try any other kind of alternative medicines or other products before you found our product range?
No, I never did because, as I said, I just was living with it, and just, that was my life. I didn't look anywhere because it was not like debilitating, pains, or I couldn't live. Um,
It was
it,
just your
you know,
normality. It
it
was just
was
your
it was
normality.
not too bad, but it was annoying. Hmm.
Yeah, it was annoying, but not annoying enough to necessarily do anything about. Okay, so you never tried anything like Chinese medicine or homeopathy or anything like that? Nothing like that.
No, no.
Okay, interesting, interesting. Okay. So So I think you already kind of answered this. It was basically you kind of decided that you wanted to sell these products for the business, I suppose, right? So what was it about this product range? Like, what inspired you to get involved with this particular product range? Because there's a lot of things like this, you know, or was it that you met someone in particular, or what was it? What inspired you?
So my story more with this company begins before COVID, when I was looking for a job and I couldn't find anything that would suit my family's schedules, because my husband was working day shifts and then the next week night shifts or evening shifts. Children at that time were going to school, and I just wanted to be useful. So I thought, okay, I'm going to go to the agencies to see if they have any work for me. And as soon as I said school hours, they said no, sorry. So I was fed up, and I was complaining about that to my friend from church, and she told me about her niece who was on the products, had amazing results, and had amazing business testimony. And I thought, okay, well, put me in contact with her, please, and the rest is history.
And who was that?
That was Rachel Dewy. I don't think you met her yet.
Oh, okay. Is that your upline
That's my
in?
upline. Yes,
Oh, right. Okay.
yes.
Yeah. I don't think I have met that person.
Oh,
And
she's lovely. Yeah, she's not active right now because she's got 7 children under her care.
wow.
Yes, and there are three of her own. Then she adopted two, and now she's fostering another set of twins, and she's got MS.
And she's got MS. Oh,
Yeah,
right. Okay. And she's got MS. And
yeah.
so, but she knew about this product. We just interviewed someone who had MS, multiple sclerosis for the viewers. Um, so yeah, and this person is now 100% pain free. Is that similar? I can't remember what was her name again?
Rachel.
Rata. Yeah, is that similar for Rata, is it?
Rachel.
Rachel, sorry.
Yes.
Is that similar for Rachel? Like,
Yes. Rachel was heading to the wheelchair. She lost the sight of her one eye, and she was tripping over. She couldn't write normally. Half of her face was couldn't work properly when she smiled or spoke. And what else? And they were very worried. So, but they tried because there is the money back guarantee, and she's got her leg back. I mean, she's got 7 kids now, and I met her 2 weeks ago or three, and she looks so beautiful, full of energy, walking in high heels. Crazy.
yeah, and for a lady that was heading for a wheelchair. Yeah, amazing, incredible, incredible. And now managing 7 kids, incredible, right?
Mhm.
Um, wow. And so basically, so you were looking for a job, you're looking for work
Yeah.
because you needed to raise some income during COVID times,
Mhm.
but nothing was fitting around your school schedule and things like that. And because you homeschool your kids, don't you?
I homeschool them right now, yes, because they
Yeah.
have energy.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
You need to have a bit energy to do that.
So that wasn't always
No, no, no. I homeschool them 3 years now.
right. Basically, since COVID, since you've had since
Mhm.
since
Yes,
you've had the
yes,
energy, exactly.
yes,
Amazing.
yes.
Okay. Right. Yeah. If I had kids, I would totally want to homeschool them myself. That's for
Mm,
sure.
yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's really cool. So basically, you met this lady Rachel in your friend at church,
Mhm.
who basically had you seen? So you'd seen her improvement. Was that what it was?
No, no, I haven't seen Rachel's improvement, but she was from my church, but in different countries, so I just trusted her.
Right, right. Okay, so you just trusted her that
Yeah,
she wasn't lying to you about her
yeah.
result. That actually, and I think, for the viewers out there, I think if you watch enough of the interviews on this channel, you're gonna know, like, not everyone can be a liar. It's very natural to have
Mhm.
that part of your brain which is like, oh yeah, maybe this person's just lying, or they're just lying, they're just selling something, whatever. But the point is, not everyone can be a liar about their results. And as well as hearing the MS story of Peter on this website, and probably there's going to be other ones probably as well, but you've just heard another one about Rachel in this interview. So that's amazing. And also for the viewer, Paulina just kind of hinted there's a 30-day money back guarantee. And so it was just, once you've watched enough of these interviews, you might realize, you know what, 30-day money back guarantee, literally, you could try it for 30 days, give back an empty can of the products, and then actually, you know what, still get your money back. So it should be a no-brainer at some point. So back to Paulina, okay? Okay, so before starting the product for yourself, did you have any barriers that you had to overcome?
Mhm. No.
No.
Like what kind of barriers, Mo?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, some people might find them quite expensive, for example.
Oh, right, right. Well, I thought that that's an investment in my business because I would have 25% profit. And it was cheap to start a business with this kind of money and have investment returned very quickly also. So that was no-brainer.
Okay, okay, thank you. Um, okay, so let's go back to your experience of the product then. So after starting on our product range, about how long was it before you started noticing that actually there's something different happening?
Okay, so with my circulation, it was maybe maximum 3 days. I think it was after 1 day, but I really don't know. To be safe, I will say 3 days.
Okay, but
And
it was within the first week. I mean, that's within the first 1 to 3 days. That's amazing, right? So
yes,
and what was that like? Just how did you notice that it was getting better?
so I came back home from my usual school run, and I was taking my gloves off as usual, and the weather was even colder than the day before. And I was in shock because my fingers were pink, normal color, well, still cold, but normal color, and I didn't have to defrost them under the hot running tub. So that was amazing. My energy came back after 3 months. I felt that energy, and I saw because you don't notice, the people around you notice. And it was one day when my husband came back home and he said, "Are you all right?" I said, "Yeah, why?" "Well, because you just painted and decorated the Wendy house in the garden for the kids." And I said, "Oh, yeah, it was easy. I did it only in few hours." And he said, he, he sat down. "Okay." So, and then I started to think, yeah, I would never do that. I would never ever do that before. So that was like a wake up call. Yeah, this is working, even better than I thought.
Wow,
Hmm.
that's amazing. So within the first couple of days, your circulation was noticeably improved, but then, as you said, it's other people in your life that tend to notice things getting better first, isn't it? And that
Yes.
also echoes what a lot of other people say. Um, but yeah, that's amazing. So basically, like the energy that it would have taken to just like go out, paint the Wendy house and all that kind of stuff obviously was uncharacteristic, and that's what your husband noticed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. And what about your for the viewers, you might notice that a lot of the interviewees, they talk about how their skin starts glowing or their hair starts glowing. Like, did you notice any of that, or did anyone notice any of that, in the first few weeks?
Yes, not in the first few weeks, but maybe after a few months, I decided that my decided. I noticed that my fingernails were stronger, my hair started to be stronger and shiny, and I don't use. I mean, I think I neglect my hair because I only use the cheapest products, and I don't even condition my hair. But it's really beautiful, and everybody is telling me, "Wow, what do you do with your hair?" And I said, "Nothing. I just take this stuff." And
Well,
yeah,
for sure your hair is really, really amazing,
thank you.
and definitely for any of the viewers watching, again, it's a very common theme. Like people that start taking these products, their hair just becomes really, really amazing, and
Mhm.
vibrant and full of luster and just really, really amazing. Personally, I think that a lot of hair products and makeup products and things like that, I'm sure that a lot of that makes us kind of age really badly anyway. I try to use as little kind of products as possible, but not everyone's the same as that. So that's really interesting. So basically, it was very, very soon when you started noticing a result. What about longer term as well? So, the headaches and all that, all that's gone and
Yes, so my sinus infections were slowly going away. They were shorter and they were less frequent. And since 2 years, I didn't have any. I just get maybe little headache because it's so windy right now. So sometimes I would have a little headache for a few hours, but I wouldn't even take any painkillers, and I would just take extra product, and I'm fine.
Right. Okay. So you don't need painkillers anymore either.
Mm.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So are you still taking the product? And for what reason are you still taking the product?
I'm still taking the products because I love how I feel. I don't want to go back to what I was, even though I thought I was healthy, but I wasn't. And I still want to have my energy. I still want to have better, healthy hair and skin and nails, and have that will to live. Because before I was so almost lethargic, It was crazy.
Right.
I
Amazing.
don't want to go back there.
I'm inspired by you, Paulina, for sure. Right. Absolutely. Um, okay. So what would you say to anyone that is skeptical about why you want to keep taking the product? Right.
Wow, I don't know what to say. I don't know. Maybe listen to some more stories, but try for yourself and see, because there is no risk, 30 days money back guarantee, and but I would say give it 3 months at least, but maybe your results will come in 30 days. Who knows? Mine came after 3 days.
Well, so again, for the viewer, because it's a good little message there. It comes across throughout quite a lot of the interviews. So within the first 30 days, it's not necessarily the condition that most people are. So for example, if you have got MS or if you've got fibromyalgia or something like that, or a lot of pain, it's not usually within the first 30 days that your pain's going to get better,
Oh
right?
yeah.
But usually what will happen within the first 30 days is, well, within the first week probably, but within the first 30 days, your hair will look amazing. You'll just have a lot more energy. You'll probably be able to sleep a lot deeper and have deeper dreams and things. Your skin will like glow. Your nails kind of get stronger and start growing again in a more healthy way. These are the types of things that you tend to notice within the first 30 days. But the pains, that sort of stuff, or the condition that you're hoping to alleviate, that sort of stuff probably requires the body to grow out of it. So again, our products, if you haven't heard this already, the reason why they work is because there's not enough nutrition in abundant in the food that we eat anymore. You see, God designed us with the earth and with the foodstuffs that He also created. That actually we can just eat food and our body will heal itself. But all of that has been tainted over the years and the decades and the centuries, and everybody knows it. Everyone understands, like, the chemicals that they use to do with food. And most people that are kind of in their mid-30s and above probably really do understand that food just simply is not as healthy as it used to be, right? And it doesn't contain the same nutrition as it used to. And so actually what our products are, it's not that our products cure these diseases, but it's actually our products contain the nutrition that's missing that you don't get from food anymore. And it's very hard to find that nutritional balance anywhere else in any other type of products or supplement. And that's why people experience these benefits. It's actually their bodies that heal themselves. It takes time. It might be 3 months or 6 months, or even like 12 months. So that's that. Okay, so right. I mean, Paulina, you didn't really try other strategies or other types of medications or other types of alternative therapies or anything. So you don't really have anything to compare it to. All you know is that you thought life was what it was when before starting the product, but now life is like completely different and a different level, and you want to keep it, right? That's brilliant. Thank you very much, Paulina. Okay.
Thank you very much, Mo. It was pleasure.
Do you have any final words for the audience before we go?
Just try it for yourself. and you won't be disappointed.
Okay, just try it for yourself and you won't be disappointed. And actually, you know what? I do think that's true. And again, it's a 30-day money back guarantee. You don't have anything to lose anyway. And especially if you've been trying lots of other different things. Anyway, thank you very much, Paulina, and bye for now. Okay.
Bye.
How good was that interview? Now, if you're inspired by it, and if you know that there is somebody else in your life that really ought to watch this video, then please do forward it to them so that they can also be inspired by it and so that they can benefit from the hope that they're going to be able to get from it. Okay. This is why I'm doing this channel, because I want to bring to you all this knowledge of people who have got over these incredibly debilitating conditions that, you know, that normally people would just give up and think, well, that's actually just how my life's going to be now. You know, people that have wheelchair conditions like MS, multiple sclerosis, or, you know, fibromyalgia, or cancer, or, you know, psychiatric conditions even, or heart conditions, or diabetes, or eczema, or people suffering with long COVID right now. So many people suffering with long COVID right now. And, you know, in the case of my mum, she got over long COVID. That's how I know about this community of people and this product, you know, that they've been using, because it's an amazing product as well. It's a 35-year-old company. And the product itself doesn't actually heal the body, but it contains the right nutrition for the body to heal itself. You know, God has blessed us with a really beautiful physical body that, given the right building blocks and the right nutrition, basically it can detox and heal itself from pretty much anything, and the proof is in these interviews. So please do keep coming back and watch more interviews. And yes, and please do subscribe, because it really helps me to grow my channel as well. So I really appreciate it. I really want to help as many people as possible. I'm a care worker by day, and, you know, I see a lot of people with these types of conditions, but they're at the end of their lives, and I can't say a word because I'm representing a care company that has their own operating practices. But I feel so sorry for them because I know of something that could really help them. So please do, if you know people that have these conditions, let them know that there is hope, okay? If you want to find out more about our product and why it works, please click through to the video that is going to be linked here. Okay, so come back, watch more interviews. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.